My son, my daughter, I need you to stop everything you're doing right now and listen to me carefully. Because what I'm about to tell you will completely change the course of your life. It's no coincidence that you're here. It wasn't by chance that your eyes found this message right now. It was I who brought you here. It was I who prepared this moment. And I have an order for you that will seem strange, but I need you to obey me. Pack your bags. Yes, you heard right. Pack your bags. Because before December ends, before this month is over, I will completely transform your reality. I will give you a house. Not just any place, but a real home. A place where you will rest, where you will smile again, where you will rebuild everything the enemy tried to destroy. And that's not all. I will make you rich. Not just surviving to the end of the month, but prospering, with abundance, with plenty, with resources you can't even imagine where they will come from. And I know what you're thinking right now. I know there's doubt in your heart. I know you've heard promises before. I know you've been disappointed before. But son, daughter, look to me now. I am not like men. I do not lie. I do not fail. I do not give up. And when I decree something concerning someone's life, the heavens and the earth move to fulfill my word. And I am decreeing this over you now. You will prosper. You will overcome. You will witness my power. This is not a possibility. This is not a vague hope. This is a decree from Almighty God who created the universe with His word. The same power that spoke and the stars appeared. The same power that commanded and the seas obeyed. That same power is being directed toward your life now. I saw you struggling. I saw you trying. I saw every effort you made, every door you knocked on, every attempt that seemed fruitless. And I want you to know that nothing was in vain. Every step you took in faith, even when you didn't see the way, was bringing you closer to this moment. The moment when I personally intervene. The moment when I change everything. The moment when your story takes a complete turn. Before December ends, you will look back and realize that your life has been divided into two parts. Before this word and after this word. Because when I speak, things change. When I decree, reality adjusts. When I command, the impossible becomes possible. And I am commanding now over your life. Home, wealth, peace, restoration, victory. All of this is coming to you. Not because you deserve it, not because you earned it, but because I chose to bless you. Because I decided to transform your story. Because I love you. If this word touched your heart right now, if something inside you stirred when I spoke about packing your bags, I want you to declare in the comments, I believe, Lord. Because when you confess with your mouth, you activate faith in your heart. Right now, I will read it. Each comment is a declaration of faith that I honor. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid of what others will think. Declare, I believe, Lord. I know everything you've been through. And when I say everything, I mean literally everything. I saw every tear you shed on your pillow when no one was looking. I heard every silent sob in the early morning. I felt every time your heart was broken and you thought you wouldn't be able to get up again. I was there. In every moment of pain, in every moment of anguish, in every moment you thought about giving up, I was there. I saw when you were betrayed. When those people you trusted, those people you loved, those people you considered family, turned their backs on you. I saw the pain in your eyes when you discovered the betrayal. I felt the tightness in your chest when you realized that those you trusted had deceived you. I heard the questions you asked yourself. How could they do this to me? What did I do wrong? Why didn't I realize? I saw when they humiliated you, when they laughed at you, when they doubted your abilities, when they spoke ill of you behind your back. I saw when you tried to defend yourself and no one listened. I saw when you tried to prove your worth and no one recognized it. I saw when you gave your best and were still criticized, judged, belittled. Every cruel word that was said about you, I heard. Every look of contempt you received, I saw. And every wound it caused in your heart, I felt. I saw when your own family didn't recognize your worth. When your parents, your siblings, your relatives, those who should have been by your side, abandoned you when you needed them most. I saw when you asked for help, and the response was indifference. I saw when you expected support and received criticism. I saw when you sought love and found rejection. And I know how deeply that hurt. Because rejection from those who should love you unconditionally is one of the hardest pains to bear. I saw the nights you couldn't sleep because financial worry was suffocating you. I saw when you opened the empty refrigerator and pretended not to be hungry. I saw when you had to choose between paying a bill or buying food. I saw when you needed to borrow money and the shame you felt. I saw when you worked hard and it still wasn't enough to cover all the expenses. I saw every overdue bill, every red invoicing, every collection call that left you with a heavy heart. I saw when you had to say no to your children because you didn't have money. I saw the pain of not being able to give them what they needed. I saw you holding back tears so as not to show weakness in front of them. I saw you feeling like a failure as a father, as a mother, as a provider. And I want you to know, you are not a failure. You are a warrior. You are a survivor. And I have been with you in every battle. And I know there's someone in your life who is suffering exactly as you suffered. Share this message with that person now. Be my instrument of hope for those who need it. Every tear you shed is recorded in my book. Every pain you feel is engraved in my heart. Because I am not a distant God. I am a Father who feels with you. And now, son, daughter, I have come to tell you the time of your reward has arrived. Everything you have suffered will make sense when you see what I have prepared for you. But I also need you to understand something very important now. Everything that happened to you wasn't natural. It wasn't just bad luck. It wasn't just coincidence. It wasn't just bad circumstances piling up. There was a spiritual war going on around you that you couldn't see with your physical eyes. The enemy of your soul, the one who came to steal, kill, and destroy, put a target on your back. And I'm going to explain exactly why. He knew the potential I had placed within you. He knew the gigantic calling I had for your life. He knew the gifts I had planted in your spirit. He knew that if you reached your destiny, if you fulfilled the purpose for which I created you, you would be a devastating threat to the kingdom of darkness. You would become a powerful instrument in my hands. You would liberate people. You would bless families. You would change generations. And he could not allow that. That's why he orchestrated everything. Every betrayal you suffered bore his fingerprints. Every door that slammed in your face was influenced by him. Every person who abandoned you was manipulated by him. He used people close to you as pawns on a chessboard. He planted jealousy, envy, hurt, and resentment in the hearts of those who should have loved you. He created misunderstandings. He distorted your words. He made your good intentions be interpreted in the worst possible way. He also created the financial circumstances that suffocated you. He blocked opportunities. He delayed payments. He caused unexpected expenses to arise just when you were starting to recover. He placed obstacles in the path of every job opportunity, every business deal, every possibility for improvement. All of this was his strategy to make you give up, to make you believe that you were cursed, that you were a failure, that there was no hope. And that wasn't all. He also attacked your mind. He planted thoughts of giving up, thoughts of suicide, thoughts that you would never succeed, that it wasn't worth continuing to try, that it would be better to simply disappear. He whispered lies in your ears day and night. God has forgotten you. You're not good enough. You don't deserve to be happy. You'll always be a failure. Nobody loves you. Nobody cares. It would be better if you didn't exist. He did everything. He used every weapon in his arsenal. He mobilized every demon under his command to bring you down, to destroy you, to make you abandon your dreams, your faith, your very life. And I'm not going to lie to you. He almost succeeded. There were moments when you were on the brink of the abyss. Moments when the scales could have tipped either way. Moments when you were one step away from giving up completely. But he made a fatal mistake. He forgot one crucial thing. He forgot that you are mine. He forgot that I am the God who never loses a battle. He forgot that I am the God who raises the dead, who parts seas, who knocks down walls, who transforms deserts into gardens. He forgot that when I am with someone, no matter how many enemies there are, no matter how great the opposition, victory is absolutely certain. And now, son, daughter, I want you to know something that will change everything. I am entering this war personally. It is no longer you fighting alone against forces you cannot see. I have taken command. I have taken the lead in the battle. I have put on my armor. I have drawn my sword. And when I enter a war, the result is always, always the same. Total, absolute, overwhelming victory. I am silencing right now the voices that criticized you. I am shutting the mouths that judged you. I am thwarting the plans that were hatched against you. I am breaking every curse, every negative word, every spell, every decree of hell that was cast upon your life. I am destroying altars erected against you. I am burning spiritual contracts made in darkness with your name. I am annulling demonic pacts aimed at your destruction. Watch this video now and subscribe to this channel, because I will continue speaking to you. I have more promises and decrees of victory for your life. And more than that, I am reversing everything. What the enemy used to destroy you, I will transform into fuel for your victory. What he used to weaken you, I will use to strengthen you. The pain you felt will become wisdom. The rejection you suffered will become compassion for the rejected. The lack you experienced will become generosity towards those in need. And everyone will see that I am God and that I take care of my own. Son, daughter, I want to talk now about those emotions you hide from everyone. Those feelings you don't share even with the people closest to you. That depression you disguise with a smile when you leave the house. That anxiety that suffocates you in the middle of the night when everyone is asleep. That fear that paralyzes you when you think about the future and can't see a way out. That feeling of failure that haunts you even when you try to stay positive. I know all of that. I see what no one else sees. I know there are times when you look in the mirror and no longer recognize who you've become. You remember who you were before, that person full of dreams, full of energy, full of hope, full of plans for the future. That person who believed that everything was possible, who laughed easily, who saw beauty in simple things. And you look at who you are now, tired, discouraged, hurt, with a dull gaze, with a heavy heart. And you ask yourself, what happened to me? Where did that person I used to be go? I know you feel like you've lost a part of yourself along the way, a part that you may never be able to recover. I know you feel that life has broken you so deeply that it may be beyond repair, that the wounds are so deep that they've left permanent scars on your soul, that something inside you has died and you don't know if it's possible to resurrect it. I know there are mornings when you wake up and the first thing you feel is a weight on your chest. It's not physical, but it's as real as any physical pain. It's the weight of a life you didn't choose. It's the weight of responsibilities you carry alone with no one to share the burden. It's the weight of dreams that didn't come true and now seem impossible. It's the weight of the people who disappointed you and left you alone in the battle. It's the weight of the profound weariness of fighting, and fighting without seeing any results. It's the weight of waking up another day and having to pretend everything is okay. Having to put on a mask and go to work, go out on the street, go to church, and smile when someone asks how you are. Having to say you're fine when inside you're screaming for help. Having to be strong when all you want to do is fall apart and cry until you have no more tears left. I know you've tried to be strong. I know you've tried to think positively. I know you've tried to have faith, to believe that everything would get better, to trust that better days would come. You repeated affirmations. You prayed. You read Bible verses. You tried to convince yourself that God had a plan. But the more time passes, the more difficult things remain. The more you struggle without seeing change, the harder it becomes to keep that hope alive. And now you're here, not knowing if you still believe, not knowing if you still have the strength to go on, not knowing if it's worth continuing to try, or if it would be better to simply accept that this is your life and that nothing will change. You're tired of being disappointed, tired of creating expectations and watching them crumble, tired of believing in promises that are never kept. Son, daughter, I saw every second of this internal battle. I saw every time you smiled on the outside while crying on the inside. I saw every time you said you were okay when you were shattered. I saw every mask you put on to hide the real pain. And I didn't come here to give you another empty motivational message. I didn't come to give you another pretty phrase that changes nothing. I didn't come to ask you to have positive faith and think nicely. I came to give you a real promise from a real God who has the real power to change your reality now. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because I'm tired of seeing you suffer. I'm tired of seeing you fight alone. And I've decided to intervene personally. Pack your bags, because everything is going to change. I know that one of the worst pains you felt on this whole journey was loneliness. Not just being physically alone, but that deep loneliness, that loneliness of the soul, feeling like nobody really understands what you're going through. You tried talking to people. You tried opening up. You tried sharing what you were feeling. You tried asking for help, for advice, for a friendly shoulder. But the answers you received were empty, superficial, insufficient. Generic advice that anyone gives. Clichés that don't touch the depth of your pain. It will pass. Have faith. God has a purpose. Be strong. Everything has its time. As if it were that simple. As if these words had the power to heal the deep wound you carry. As if repeating these phrases could change the cruel reality you are living. And you smiled. You thanked them. You pretended those words helped. But inside, you were screaming. You don't understand. You don't know how much it hurts. You don't know what it's like to wake up every day without hope. You don't know what it's like to carry this weight alone. You don't know what it's like to pretend everything is okay when inside you're crumbling piece by piece. You don't know what it's like to smile in front of others and cry in secret. You don't understand anything. I heard that silent scream. I heard every word you couldn't speak. I heard every outburst that got stuck in your throat because you knew it was no use speaking. I felt every emotion you had to swallow because there was no one prepared to carry their weight with you. I saw every time you felt completely alone, even when surrounded by people. I saw when you went to that place where no one sees you, that secret place where you finally take off the mask. And I saw when you let the tears fall freely, when you cried out everything you were holding back, when you let the pain out, unfiltered, uncontrolled, without shame. I saw when you screamed in frustration, when you punched the pillow, when you let all the anger and all the anguish explode because you couldn't hold it in anymore. I saw when you fell to your knees on the ground, exhausted, broken, powerless, and asked me, "Why, God? Why me? Why this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Where are you? Why don't you answer me? Why don't you act? I can't take it anymore." I heard each of those questions. I felt the pain behind each one of them. And I want you to know something now that will change the way you see everything that happened. I never abandoned you. Not for a second. Not for a millisecond. Even when you didn't feel my presence, I was there. Even when you doubted me, I was there. Even when you were angry with me, I was there. Even when you thought I had forgotten you, I was there, holding you, supporting you, preventing you from falling into the abyss. Because I am not like the people who abandoned you. I am not like those friends who disappeared when you needed them most. I am not like that family that turned their backs on you when you were suffering. I am not like those people who promised to always be by your side and vanished at the first sign of trouble. I am God. I am faithful. I am constant. I do not change. I do not give up. I do not abandon. If you acknowledge that I have been with you through every pain, every tear, write 7777 in the comments. That is the number of completion, the sign that I will complete the work I began in you. I am present even when you don't feel it. I am working even when you don't see it. I am acting even when it seems like nothing is happening. And son, daughter, I was using this difficult time, this time of solitude, this time of pain, to prepare you for something you wouldn't have been ready to receive before. To mold you, to strengthen you, to teach you things that can only be learned in the valley. But now you are ready. Now is the time, and everything will change. I also know about the promises that were made to you and not kept. That person who looked into your eyes and promised to always be by your side, promised to love you forever, promised never to abandon you. And you believed, you trusted, you opened your heart completely. But when things got tough, when you needed them most, when the storm came, that person simply left, vanished, left you alone in the middle of the battle. That job that promised stability, growth, a secure future. You invested your time, your energy, your dedication. You gave your best. You believed you had finally found your place. But suddenly, without warning, without just cause, they fired you. They threw you out as if you had no value whatsoever, as if all your effort meant nothing. That relationship that seemed like the right one, that seemed like it would last forever. You made plans together. You dreamed together. You imagined building a life with that person. But it ended. It's over. And you were left with a broken heart, shattered dreams, and the feeling that you wasted precious time in your life. That dream that seemed so certain, so guaranteed, so close to becoming a reality. You could almost touch it. It was right there in front of you. You did everything right. You followed all the steps. You worked hard. But at the last minute, it crumbled. It slipped through your fingers. And you were left without understanding what happened, why it didn't work out, where you went wrong. Each broken promise left a wound in your heart. And these wounds kept piling up, one on top of the other, until your heart became so bruised, so calloused, so protected by layers of disappointment that now you're afraid to believe again. You're afraid to trust again. You're afraid to open up again because you can't take another disappointment. You can't take another broken promise. You can't take this pain anymore. I understand that completely. I understand why it's hard for you to trust. I understand why when I speak of promises, a part of you automatically shuts down, automatically puts up a wall, automatically doubts. Because you've heard promises before, many times, and they've all failed. So why would my promises be any different? Why should you believe in me when so many other things haven't worked out? Why should you risk your heart once again? And I want to answer you this now with complete clarity, with complete firmness, with complete authority. Because I am not human. I am not like those people who promised you and failed. I am not limited by circumstances. I am not hindered by economic crisis. I am not blocked by impossibilities. I do not depend on luck. I do not depend on connections. I do not depend on opportunities that may or may not appear. I am the creator of all that exists. I speak, and things that do not exist come into being. I command, and the impossible becomes possible. I decree, and reality adjusts itself to fulfill my word. When I said, "Let there be light," light appeared instantly. When I commanded the waters to gather together, the seas obeyed. When I breathed, man gained life. This is the power that I have. So when I tell you that you will receive a house, it is not empty hope. It is not wishful thinking. It is not wishful thinking. It is a decree from the eternal God who has the absolute power to make it happen. When I tell you that you will be rich, it is not blind optimism. It is not illusion. It is not fantasy. It is a prophetic word from the throne of heaven that has the creative power to materialize what does not exist. If there's someone you love who needs an urgent miracle before December, share this message now. Time is running out, and this message could change their life. And I want you to understand something powerful. I'm making this promise because I've already seen the end. I'm not gambling. I'm not trying. I've already seen you in that house. I've already seen your bank account full. I've already seen you testifying to others about what I've done. For me, it's already happened. Now it's just a matter of natural time reaching what has already been decreed in spiritual time. Pack your bags. And now I want you to understand something that will completely change your perspective. I'm not just promising that I'll do something in the future. I'm telling you that I'm already doing it now. Right now, at this very moment. While you are listening to these words, I am moving heaven and earth for you. I am mobilizing celestial resources. I am activating angels. I am commanding the spiritual world to work in your favor. While you sleep, I am working. When you close your tired eyes at the end of the day, I do not rest. I continue acting. I continue ordering. I continue moving pieces on the chessboard of your life. I am speaking to people you don't even know yet. I am preparing hearts to bless you. I am opening minds to see you. I am creating opportunities you can't even imagine exist. While you cry, I am commanding. Every tear that falls from your face activates my compassion. Every sob that escapes your chest moves my fatherly heart. And I respond with action. I command that doors open. I command that paths clear. I command that provision be released. I command that change happen. And when I command, the heavens obey, the earth obeys, circumstances obey. While you doubt, I am releasing. I know you still have doubts. I know you struggle to fully believe. I know a part of you still wonders if this is real, if it will really happen. But you know what's amazing? Your doubt doesn't paralyze my action. I don't wait for you to have perfect faith to start acting. I act because I love you, not because you deserve it or because your faith is strong enough. And at this moment, I am releasing blessings. I am releasing provision. I am releasing miracles upon your life. I am moving people. There are people being prepared right now to enter your life and bless you. People you don't know. People who don't even know yet that they will cross your path. But I am speaking to these people. I am touching their hearts. I am directing their steps in your direction. Because they have resources you need. They have connections that will open doors for you. They have opportunities that will change your reality. I am shifting circumstances. Things that seemed impossible are being rearranged. Situations that were stuck are being unlocked. Obstacles that blocked your path are being removed. I am turning tables. I am changing scenarios. I am rewriting stories. And all of this is happening behind the scenes, invisibly, before you see it with your natural eyes. I am opening doors that no one can close. Doors of opportunity, doors of provision, doors of relationships, doors of business. Doors that have been locked their whole lives are being opened now. And when I open a door, no man, no demon, no circumstance can close it. It stays open, waiting for you to enter. I am preparing people to bless you. There are people being moved by my spirit right now to sow into your life. People who will offer you jobs. People who will offer you partnerships. People who will offer you financial help. People who will open doors that you could never open on your own. And these people are coming. They are on their way. You will meet them soon. That contract you need, I am signing it. That opportunity you've been waiting for, I am creating it. That financial miracle that seemed impossible, I am releasing it. It's not in the distant future. It's not maybe. It's not if it works out. It's now. It's certain. It's guaranteed. Because I have already decreed it, and what I decree cannot be undone. Watch this video now and subscribe to this channel, because your act of faith, even as small as a click, powerfully activates my action in your life. And I want you to know that all this that I am doing in the spiritual world, in the invisible, will soon manifest in the natural world, in the visible. You will see it with your own eyes. You will touch it with your own hands. You will witness that I am God and that I fulfill my word. Pack your bags. Change is coming. And these doors that I am opening for you are not ordinary doors. They are not natural doors. They are supernatural doors. They are doors that you could never open on your own. They are doors that cannot be opened with a resume. They cannot be opened with networking. They cannot be opened with human effort. They are doors that can only be opened with divine intervention. And I am opening these doors for you now. These are doors to completely unexpected financial provision. Money you weren't expecting. Money coming from sources you never imagined. That debt that seemed impossible to pay. Suddenly, you'll have the full amount in hand. that urgent need you had. Suddenly, the provision will appear at exactly the right moment. And you'll know it wasn't a coincidence. You'll know it was me who provided it. These are doors of opportunity that you weren't even looking for. You weren't even searching. But suddenly, the opportunity will knock on your door. Someone will call you. Someone will recommend you. Someone will offer you something you never dreamed was possible. A better job, a lucrative business, a strategic partnership, an unexpected proposal. And you'll be thinking, where did this come from? How did this reach me? And the answer is, I brought it. These are gateways to strategic relationships. The right people appearing at the exact moment. People who have what you need. People who can open doors for you. People who will believe in you when no one else did. People who will invest in you. People who will give you the opportunity you've always wanted. And meeting these people won't be by chance. It will be orchestrated by me. I will put you in the same place, at the same time, at the same moment. These are gateways to wisdom and strategy. I will plant ideas in your mind. Solutions you couldn't see before will suddenly become clear. Strategies for your problems will emerge out of nowhere. You will wake up in the middle of the night with a revelation. You will be walking down the street and suddenly have a powerful insight. You will know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, because I am the one guiding you. These are doors of supernatural favor. Favor with authorities. Favor with influential people. Favor in places where you didn't even deserve favor. You will arrive at places and people will treat you in a special way without even knowing why. You will ask for something, and they will give you more than you asked for. You will need approval, and it will come faster than normal. And there is no natural explanation. It is my favor upon you opening paths. You will enter places that previously rejected you. That place that said no to you before will call you back. That company that didn't give you an opportunity will seek you out. That person who despised you will recognize your worth. That space that was closed to you will open, and you will enter not through the back door, but through the front door, with honor, with dignity, with respect. You will have access to resources that were previously completely denied to you. Financial resources, material resources, human resources. Things you tried to get before and couldn't will now fall into your lap without you even asking. Things that were impossible for you will become possible. Things that were out of your reach will be within your reach. And things will happen in your life that you won't be able to explain naturally. You'll try to tell people, and it will seem unbelievable. People will ask, "But how did that happen?" And you won't have a logical answer. The only possible explanation is, God did it. It was a miracle. It was divine intervention, because it truly was. I am making sure it is clear that it is I who am acting. I will not allow you or anyone else to attribute this to luck, fate, or personal merit. It will be obvious that it was my hand, so that all glory may be mine, and so that your faith may be strengthened. Pack your bags. And I also want you to know what will happen to those who laughed at you, those who doubted you, those who humiliated you, those who spoke ill of you, those who despised you, those who judged you. I will silence them, not with violence, not with revenge, but with your victory, with the visible transformation of your life, with the undeniable manifestation of my power working in you. Those who laughed at your dreams will have to eat their words. Those who said you would never succeed will have to admit they were wrong. Those who called you a failure will have to acknowledge that you won. And I will make sure they see it. I will make sure they know it. I will make sure your victory is public, visible, undeniable. It's not revenge. It's not about you feeling superior to them. It's divine blessing. It's me restoring your honor. It's me showing everyone that you weren't what they said you were. You weren't weak. You weren't incapable. You weren't a failure. You were just in the process. You were being prepared. You were being molded. And now I will reveal who you truly are. I will restore your honor publicly. Just as you were humiliated in front of people, you will be honored in front of people. Just as they spoke ill of you publicly, they will have to speak well of you publicly. Just as they doubted you openly, they will have to acknowledge you openly. Because I am a God of justice, and I take care of the reputation of my children. Those who despised you when you were down will seek you out when you're up. Those who turned their backs on you when you needed them will want to get close when you're doing well. Those who ignored you when you had nothing will pay attention to you when you have everything. And you will clearly understand who truly cared about you and who only cared about what you had. Those who spoke ill of you will have to speak well of you. Those who spread lies about you will have to tell the truth. Those who tarnished your name will have to clear your reputation. Not because you will demand it, but because the evidence of my hand upon you will be so strong that they will have no choice. They will have to admit, God is with this person. Those who once looked down on you will have to look at you with admiration. Those who looked down on you will have to look at you as an equal, or even look up at you. Those who saw you as inferior will realize that you were never inferior. You were simply being prepared for something greater. And now that this something greater is manifesting, they will have to acknowledge it. I'm going to completely reverse the narrative about you. What they said was your weakness will reveal itself as your strength. What they said was your flaw will reveal itself as your distinguishing feature. What they used to diminish you, I will use to exalt you. And every false story they told about you will be refuted by the true story that I will write. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to waste your time trying to prove your worth to those who don't want to see it. You don't need to fight for recognition. You don't need to fight to clear your name. I will do that for you. I am your defender. I am your lawyer. I am the one who fights your battles. And when I defend someone, the defense is perfect. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just keep obeying. Just keep trusting. Just keep walking the path I'm showing you, and I will take care of the rest. I will prove it for you. I will show everyone who you really are. I will reveal the purpose I placed in you, and everyone will have to acknowledge it. Watch this video now if you believe that I will silence every enemy, every critic, every voice that tried to destroy you with the powerful manifestation of your victory. Just trust and watch. You will see my enemies being shamed. You will see those who fought against you being confounded. You will see their names being forgotten while your name is remembered. Because I exalt the humble and humble the proud. And you, my son, my daughter, you will be exalted. Pack your bags. And now I want to talk specifically about the first promise I'm making to you. A house. I'm going to give you a house. And when I say house, I'm not talking about a rented apartment that you'll occupy temporarily until the money runs out and you have to leave again. I'm not talking about a room in someone's house where you live as a favor. I'm not talking about a borrowed place where you can never really relax because it's not yours. I'm talking about a real house, your own home. A place you can call your own. A home where you will find peace, where you can close the door and know that you are safe inside, where you don't have to tiptoe for fear of bothering others, where you don't have to hide your emotions because people are judging you, where you can be completely yourself, where you can cry if you need to, where you can laugh freely, where you can truly rest. A home where you will find rest. Not just physical rest, but emotional and spiritual rest as well. A place where you can lie down in your bed, in your room, and sleep peacefully, without worrying that tomorrow they'll ask you to leave, without fear that the rent will be late and you'll be evicted, without the anxiety of having nowhere to go. Your home, your refuge, your place of peace. A home where you will have security. Security that no one can take you away from there. Security that that space is yours. Security that you finally have a fixed, stable, permanent place. After so much time in uncertainty, in instability, moving from one place to another, you will have stability. You will have roots. You will have a foundation. A house where you will build memories, beautiful memories, family memories, memories of victory. You will remember the day you received the keys. You will remember the first night you slept there knowing it was yours. You will remember each room being tidied up. You will make that place a home full of love, full of life, full of my presence. A home that will be your refuge after difficult days. When the world outside is heavy, when people are harsh, when circumstances are complicated, you will be able to return home, to your home. And there you will find peace. There you will find rest. There you will recover. There you will find strength to face the next day. I know the importance of having your own home. I know because I was the one who created the concept of home. I was the one who placed in the human heart the desire to have a place to call their own. It wasn't by chance. It was on purpose. Because human beings need a place of belonging, a place of security, a place of identity. And I want you to have that. I know the humiliation of depending on others for housing. I saw when you had to ask to stay at someone's house. I saw the shame you felt. I saw when you had to accept poor conditions because you had no choice. I saw when you were treated like a burden, like an inconvenience, like a problem. I saw when they made you feel like you were getting in the way, and I felt your pain. I know the pain of not having a peaceful place to rest, of sleeping worried, of not being able to completely relax, of always being on alert because that place isn't really yours, of not being able to be yourself, of having to pretend you're okay when you're broken inside. I've seen every sleepless night. I've seen every worry about where you'll live tomorrow. Therefore, I am now declaring, you will have your house before December ends. No matter how impossible it seems now, no matter if you don't have money in the bank, no matter if you don't have a stable job, no matter if your credit is negative, no matter if you don't see any natural way for this to happen. If you know someone who is homeless, living with relatives, or in precarious housing conditions, share this prophetic message now. Their miracle is coming, because I will make it happen in a supernatural way. I will open paths where there are no paths. I will create opportunities that don't exist. I will put provision in your hand in ways you can't even imagine. Pack your bags. Your home is coming. And I want to give you details on how this house will reach you, because I don't make vague promises. I am specific. I am meticulous. And I want you to understand the multiple ways I can put this house in your hands. Not so that you're left guessing which one it will be, but so that when it happens, you immediately recognize that it was I who did it. It could be a completely unexpected inheritance. Someone in the family you weren't even close to. Someone you didn't expect might leave you property. Or they might leave you enough money to buy a house. And you'll be shocked because you weren't expecting it. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I've been saving this blessing for the right moment. And the right moment is now. It could be a late payment that's finally going to arrive. That money they owed you years ago. That labor lawsuit you'd completely forgotten about. That benefit that was stuck. That compensation that seemed lost. Suddenly, it's going to be released. And it won't be just any amount. It will be the exact amount, or even more, than you need to have your house. I was saving this for you. It could be someone you barely know who offers you a house as a gift. Yes, a gift. Does it seem impossible? For men, it is, but not for me. I can touch the heart of someone with resources and put your name in that person's mind. And that person will feel in their spirit that they need to bless you. They themselves won't fully understand why, but they will obey. And you will receive a house without paying anything. This could be a funding opportunity that will miraculously be approved, even with your complicated financial situation, even without having all the perfect documents, even without meeting all the normal requirements. The approval will come through. The people involved in the process will even be surprised. They will say that they don't normally approve in these cases, but something made them approve yours. That something is me working in your favor. It could be a business that suddenly takes off, an idea you'll have, an opportunity that will arise, a small investment that will multiply inexplicably, a job that will yield much more than you expected. And in a matter of weeks, you'll have the money you need to buy your house. People will ask how you managed to save money so quickly, and you'll answer, it was God. I have 1,000 ways to provide. I have 1,000 ways to make it happen. I am not limited by human methods. I don't need to follow the rules of the financial system. I don't need to obey the odds. I create paths where there are no paths. I make the impossible happen. And I will use the method I choose to give you this house. So don't limit me to your understanding. Don't try to calculate how it will happen. Don't get stuck in human logic. Just believe that I will do it. And prepare to be surprised. Because I like to surprise my children. I like to do more than they imagine. And I also want you to know that this house can come ready-made. It can come furnished. It can come with everything you need to simply move in. You can literally pack your bags and move. I can do that because I don't do things halfway. When I provide something, I provide it completely. The house can be better than you imagined, bigger, more beautiful, in a better neighborhood, with more rooms, with more comfort. Because I don't give the bare minimum to my children. I give abundance. I give more than enough. I give generously. You may be thinking of a simple house, but I can give you an excellent house. Subscribe to this channel now, because soon I want you to come back here to give your testimony of how your house turned out, and this will strengthen the faith of thousands. It won't be just any house. It will be a good house, a worthy house, a comfortable house, a house suitable for you and your family, a house where you will live well. Because I love you and I take excellent care of you. Pack your bags. Your home is coming. And I need you to understand something very important about this house that I'm going to give you. It won't just be a physical structure. It won't just be walls, a roof, doors, and windows. It won't just be an address where you'll sleep. This house will be a place of emotional healing, a place of spiritual restoration, a place where I will do a profound work in your life, in your soul, in your heart. It will be a place where I will restore your soul. That part of you that was broken, that was wounded, that was destroyed by life's battles, I will heal there. In that sacred space that I am preparing for you, I will touch the deepest areas of your being. I will reach the wounds that no one else can see. I will heal the pains that no one else knows exist, because I know you completely. Every room in that house will be filled with my presence. When you enter the living room, you will feel my peace. When you enter the bedroom, you will feel my rest. When you enter the kitchen, you will feel my provision. Every space in that place will be permeated by my glory. You will know that it is not just a house. It is a sanctuary. It is a holy place where I dwell with you. The walls of that house will witness something powerful. If they could speak, they would tell the story of your transformation. They will witness your tears of gratitude when you first enter. They will witness your prayers of thanksgiving. They will witness your nights of worship. They will witness your joy being restored. Where there was once lament, there will be praise. Where there was once despair, there will be hope. There, in that place, I will heal your deepest wounds. Those wounds of rejection, betrayal, abandonment, humiliation. Those wounds you've carried for years, perhaps decades. Those wounds you think will never heal. I will touch them. I will pour healing oil on them. I will perform a deep spiritual surgery, and you will feel the pain leaving, the bitterness being extracted, the resentment being removed. There you will recover the joy you lost, that joy of living that was stolen by difficult circumstances, that genuine smile that disappeared from your face, that lightness you haven't felt in so long, that ability to appreciate the simple things in life. I will give all of that back to you, and you will truly smile again. You will once again feel the pleasure of living. There, your family will be restored. Broken relationships will be rebuilt. Emotional distances that have been created will be shortened. The hurts that have separated you will be healed. I will work on the heart of each member of your family. I will soften hardened hearts. I will open eyes that were closed. I will awaken love that was dormant. The children who were distant will return, not just physically, but emotionally. That connection that was lost will be restored. Those conversations that haven't happened in years will happen again. Those family moments you missed so much will return. And you will have your family reunited again, united again, strong again. If you have a spouse who is cold, who is distant, who seems not to love you as before, I will work on that heart too. I will rekindle the love. I will reignite the flame. I will make that person look at you again with admiration, with affection, with passion. And you will rebuild the relationship. You will have a new beginning in this new home. The peace that has been missing for years will fill that place. Peace in relationships, peace in emotions, peace in thoughts, peace in spirit. You will lie down to sleep in peace. You will wake up in peace. You will live in peace. Because I am the Prince of Peace, and I will dwell there with you. This is not just a house of bricks and cement. It is a blessed home. It is a place marked by my presence. It is consecrated territory, and I will place my protection over that place. No evil will enter there. No curse will prosper there. No enemy will have access there, because that is my territory, and what is mine, I protect. Pack your bags. And now I'm going to talk about the second specific promise I'm making to you. Wealth. I'm going to make you rich. And I know that word might scare some people. I know that many have been taught that poverty is a virtue, that God wants His children poor, that money is the root of all evil. But that's a lie, a distortion of my word. I never said I want you poor. I never said I want you in need. I never said that lack is a sign of holiness. What I said is that I came so that you may have life and have it abundantly. What I said is that I am the God who supplies all your needs according to my riches in glory. What I said is that I delight in the prosperity of my servants. So stop accepting poverty as if it were my will. It is not. It never was. It never will be. I will make you rich. It's not just about surviving. It's not just about paying the bills at the end of the month. It's not just about having enough to eat. It's about prospering. It's about having abundance. It's about having more than you need. It's about having resources to spare. It's about having enough money not only for yourself, but to bless others as well. Because that is my nature. I am abundant. I am generous. And I want my children to reflect that. When I say I'm going to make you rich, I'm talking about truly rich. Not just comfortable, not just stable. Rich. With enough money to live well, to have a comfortable home, to eat well, to dress well, to have decent transportation, to have a good quality of life, to not have to worry about whether you'll have money for medicine, food, or the electricity bill. Rich with enough money to bless others, to help those in need, to be an instrument of provision in the lives of others, to sow into works that are making a difference, to support ministries, to help family members, to be an answer to the prayer of someone crying out for help. Because I'm not going to give you money just for you to spend on yourself. I'm going to give it to you so you can be a channel of blessing. Rich enough to fulfill your dreams. Those dreams you had to shelve because you lacked the resources. That trip you always wanted to take. That course you always wanted to study. That business you always wanted to start. That project you always wanted to accomplish. I will give you the resources to take those dreams out of the drawer and make them a reality. The time of scarcity is over. The time of financial hardship is over. The time of feeling ashamed because you didn't have money is over. The time of being humiliated because you were in debt is over. The time of having to borrow is over. The time of depending on the goodwill of others is over. That time is over. A new era begins now. The days of counting coins to see if you can afford bread are over. The days of calculating whether you can pay for transportation are over. The days of denying yourself and your family basic necessities because you don't have enough money are over. The days of checking the price of everything before buying are over. The days of living on the edge, struggling, and in financial anguish are over. That cycle of poverty is broken now. The time of plenty is coming. The time of abundance is coming. The time of plentiful provision is coming. The time is coming when you will look at your bank account and see numbers you've never seen before. The time is coming when you will receive money from multiple sources. The time is coming when you will have so much that you will be able to give without feeling any lack. The time is coming when you will witness that God is the God of unlimited provision. If you believe this prophetic word is for you, write in the comments now, "I receive God's prosperity." This declaration of faith releases divine favor upon your finances. And I want to make something very clear. I have absolutely no problem with you being rich. Some preachers may. Some religions may. But I don't. I love to bless you. I love to prosper you. I love to see my children living well. Because I am a good father. And good parents want to see their children prosper. The wealth I will give you has a divine purpose. It has an eternal destiny. It has a reason for being. Pack your bags. Your prosperity is coming. And I will begin this work of prosperity in your life by doing something essential first. I will free you from all debt. All of it, without exception. Those debts that seem unpayable. Those debts that grow every month with absurd interest. Those debts that suffocate you, that keep you awake at night, that make you feel ashamed. I will pay them all off. Because before I fill your life with abundance, I need to free you from the financial chains that bind you. Those bills piling up in your drawer, the ones you don't even open anymore because you know you can't pay them. The ones that have already become legal debts. The ones that have already gone to collections. I will arrange for the payment of each and every one of them. One by one. All of them. You will open the drawer, take those papers, and you will pay everything. Your name, which has been tarnished for so long, will be cleansed. Those restrictions on your CPF, Brazilian Tax Identification Number, will be removed. Those protests will be canceled. Those negative entries will be erased. And when you check your name, it will be clean, completely clean, as if there had never been any debt. Because I have the power to erase not only sins, but also debts. Your credit, which was negative, destroyed, non-existent, will be restored. Not just restored, but improved, You will have access to credit again. Doors that were closed because of a bad credit history will open. I will give you the wisdom to use this credit intelligently this time. Those who used to collect from you harshly, rudely, and disrespectfully will be completely surprised. When you call them and say you're going to pay everything, they won't believe you. And when the payment hits their account, they'll be speechless. They'll wonder where the money came from. And you'll know it came from God. I will arrange for the full payment, not installment payments that will suffocate you for years to come. Full payment, up front, all at once. All debts settled simultaneously. And you will feel such a great relief that you will fall to your knees crying with gratitude. Because for the first time in years, you will be free, financially free. And this liberation from debt is not the end. It's just the beginning. Because after I free you from debt, abundance comes, real prosperity comes, wealth comes. I'm not just going to take you from the negative to leave you at zero. I'm going to take you from negative to highly positive. It won't just eliminate your debts. You'll have money left over. Lots of money. After you pay off everything you owe, you'll look and still have money in hand. Money to invest, money to save, money to use. Because I don't do things halfway. When I set free completely. Your bank account, which was always negative, will become positive. It will have a real balance. You'll open your bank app, and instead of feeling that tightness in your chest when you see negative numbers, you'll smile when you see positive numbers. Money that is yours. Money that you can use without guilt, without fear, without worry. Your wallet, which was always empty, will soon be full. That horrible feeling of opening your wallet and finding nothing will disappear. You'll open your wallet and there will be money there, always. You will no longer have to endure the humiliation of borrowing small amounts. You're going to receive unexpected money. That old lawsuit will be decided in your favor. That friend who owed you money years ago will show up to pay you back. That forgotten investment will yield multiplied returns. Money will appear from places you never imagined. Financial opportunities will arise out of nowhere. Someone will offer you a lucrative partnership. Someone will call you for a job that pays very well. An idea will pop into your mind and generate immediate profit. You won't just have one source of income, you'll have several. Watch this video now if you believe with all your heart that God will free you from all debt and fill you with financial abundance before December ends. Material blessings will come from all sides. Gifts you could never buy, someone will give you. Things you needed will appear for free. And all this is not luck. It's not coincidence. It's the fulfillment of a promise. It's direct divine intervention in your financial life. I am transforming your economic reality. Pack your bags. Your liberation and abundance are coming. And I want you to understand how this provision will reach you. It will not come from a single source. It will come from multiple sources simultaneously. From the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. From all directions at the same time. Like an avalanche of blessings that you will barely be able to process. Like a flood of provision that will leave you stunned by its abundance. I am mobilizing resources from places you can't even imagine. I am speaking to people you don't even know. I am opening doors you didn't even know existed. People you know will bring blessings to you. That friend you never imagined was capable will bless you financially. That coworker will recommend you for an incredible opportunity. That relative you thought didn't like you will surprise you with a generous gift. People in your social circle will become channels of provision, and you'll be impressed because you never expected that from them. But not only people you know, people you've never met in your life will also bless you. Strangers will feel moved by my spirit to help you. Someone will pay your grocery bill without you asking. Someone will give you money for no apparent reason. Someone will offer you something valuable for free. A businessman you've never met will offer you a job. An investor will want to fund your idea. And you will know that it was I who touched the hearts of these people. Sources you never imagined existed will open up. The government will release unexpected benefits you didn't even know you were entitled to. Tax refunds you weren't expecting. Social programs that will suddenly include you. Subsidies you never asked for will appear. Companies will pay you fair compensation for old things you had forgotten about. Forgotten labor lawsuits will be decided in your favor. Banks will approve loans, financing, and credit that they previously denied. Institutions that always said no will say yes this time. Distant relatives with whom you have little contact will appear wanting to bless you. That uncle you haven't seen in years will call you with a financial offer. That cousin you lost touch with will reach out to help you. That relative who lives far away will include you in an inheritance or unexpected gift. That relative you thought had forgotten you will remember you just now. The family that seemed distant will become a source of provision. Business opportunities will arise from unlikely places. Contracts you weren't even looking for will appear. Clients you didn't know will seek you out. Strategic partnerships will form naturally. Small investments you made will multiply inexplicably. Ideas you have will generate immediate profit. Every direction you look, a financial door will open. And all of this won't happen one source at a time, slowly, spaced out. It will happen simultaneously. Multiple financial doors opening at the same time. Multiple opportunities appearing together. Multiple provisions arriving simultaneously. It will be an avalanche, a flood, a tsunami of financial blessings that will leave you speechless. You'll hardly be able to process so many blessings at once. You'll receive good news, and before you can fully celebrate, you'll receive another, and another, and another, one after the other, so fast you'll lose count. You'll need to write it down so you don't forget all the blessings that are coming. Your phone will ring with good news. Your email will be overflowing with offers. Your mailbox will be filled with documents of blessings. And you will fall to your knees acknowledging that it can only be me. Only I can do this. Only I have the power to mobilize resources from all directions at the same time. And you will be a living testimony that no one will be able to deny. A testimony so powerful that it will strengthen the faith of many. Pack your bags.